absolutely the build-around for NRG in terms of this defense side strategy, Wyatt. I don't know if he actually saw that play through mid, and yet they have the crossfire set up as is custom towards heaven. There's a glimpse of some headgear. Okay, Kiko, tap it away. And that'll be enough for the time being for NRG. Kraven and Rose, last two up. And once again, Kiko flexes his dominance on B. And once again, Kiko flexes his dominance on B. Kraven would be fortunate to leave the round with a rifle in hand.
Probably going to get the spike down, though. So there is a chance.
No reason not to go for it. That is for certain. So now it's a question of where you fall back to on this A side of the map. NRG are going to have to make their way over. Razorvine does deny the early play back out towards main by Kraven, but he'll get where he needs to be.
Oh, wanted to bait out that wall as well.
I like it. Again, it's the dotting of I's and crossing of T's, the little things here for Kraven. Trying to pave his way for success in his 1 versus 3, but he'll have to take a pretty raw fight, and he sees 3 guns trained in his direction. And so the firing squad gets NRG back within 2 rounds.
A fair attempt from Kraven. I like he baits out the util, goes back, puts himself in a position where he tries to isolate a fight to slowly even up the numbers. He was doing everything right, but ultimately that's just going to be such a tough situation for them to win. Stunner first shot from Mata.
Again, just a really solid crossfire there. Kiko's been fantastic on defense.
Overdrive committal just gets fully nullified.
Now we're playing the game, to quote Ethan. Can't argue with that. 3 rounds in a row for NRG. And some pretty important ultimates here, especially if they want to funnel BBL in their choice of direction. They've got that Viper's Pit off rip.
It's faster from Larock, getting up towards a ramp.
It's a bit mid.
Yeah, instant broken, but does know that no one is too close up. So BBL fight and take some early space over towards A, and now the entire team is rotating over here. They just want to go for this straight up exec. They have to deal with Brock and some delay utility and that choke.
Exactly. That Razorvine could be big, but Lover's Rock, of course, can circumvent all of it. There is Larock falling, though. Ethan plays himself onto the side, checks that Razorvine spot, and then what an angle to find Lover's Rock on! They all step up, then the Mastermind knocks him down like dominoes. Loina will be double swung. Ignoble exit from the round, and Ethan is on his feet.
And a risk like that, just going for a fast exec against this Vice comp is absolutely punished. They don't get the info on Brock being there. They're completely stalled out.
Oh.
And you see the duelists just isolated there with Lover's Rock stuck all the way in. And that was just such a heads-up play from Ethan. So smart to drop down back into that corner.
Not quite Lysol level aura farming from Ethan, but certainly starting to emanate some confidence. Captain gets his team back within a round. Was the fake jump there? Larock though in hot pursuit. Brock going to try and cover Ethan's retreat, but it's just not enough.
God.
The Rock will not be denied.
That is pretty outrageous. Does Brock try to get back in here? I mean, there's a slight angle with the Molly not fully covering the choke.
No, he doesn't fancy it. There's a risk of being triple swung there in the end, as the side is certainly under BBL's control for now. The screen's present for Brock as he crosses back over. And it looks like Mata wants that heaven control again.
A look at this flank from Scuba, but it's just being read by Loida. This timing, can Scuba win this out? Oh, he can!
Can't afford to lose though. Scuba had a chance, an opportunity. There's a slide in from Mata, at least forces the gate crash, but that's back to the site. Lover's Rock can just play as an anchor now in this retake.
And Loida doesn't have to do anything but live. He can just be a nuisance in the back line over towards A main.
Now NRG have to descend into the Viper's Pit. An unenviable position at the best of times, but they've got to go for it. Lover's Rock straight through the smoke, caught out. That's Kiko for 2, surely not more. Loida steps up, steps out, and finds that 3 kill for the MasterCard Thrifty. BBL, the lights are still on.
This time they go away, but let's just ignore Brock on the site. We're gonna run up ramp and just get in Ethan's face. Not much stall utility where they're playing with the sky.
Look at this.
Relay Bolt is so good. Yeah, just the dash in.
The C's, man.
That fight was so important on the flank as well. If Scuba wins that out, all of a sudden they're the one backstabbing in. They don't have to worry about A main late. They can just get to the site, put all of their focus on fighting towards that pit.
And the AWP is back in play. Wyatt Lover's Rocks gets himself the scope weapon.
Oh, they gotta deal with him there, yeah.
Again, just found himself in a 1v3 scenario unbeknownst to himself.
BBL love to run a, you know, like a full exec play, everything behind aggression with LaRock there, and then they'll mix it up and just kind of send him solo and try and play off that, like a bit of conditioning, but NRG really don't want to give up A right now. They just fight it even more heavily.
Pretty good map control here. Look at NRG, yeah, double face, and that's Kreven down. That's also the Viper wall gone, so very quickly NRG are going to realize there's no one else today, especially if the Seek is trained on the rest of BBL. Here's Brock from lower. Paranoia comes in from B main. That's disruptive indeed. Kiko's taken out by the op. Lover's Rock spotted as he drops down. Scuba waiting for a chance to get this crossfire going, but Luida could be a problem in the corner of the site, and he's not spotted out. 2 for the Omen.
And Rose just saw the barrel. Mata backing towards stairs, though, makes a little bit of noise. Look at Ethan coming through main.
This could be fortuitous timing. Ethan with a flash still to play with Luida very low, as is Rose. Surely you don't fight yourself out of this one. No, Mata there from CT. It's Luida down. And Rose can only get back on rafters and have a bird's eye view of a situation that likely will spiral out of his control. 18 health. Mata plays close. Ethan with a double face. And NRG quickly responds back and keep it close. Still
in the game. I love the way that they played towards A that time. I mean, they were not going to give LaRock an inch. They had 3 players just ready to fight here on ramp. The counter flash comes through. He's blinded up, dealt with, and then there was that mid-round timing that Mata and Ethan took to fight again in A main. And at that point, they just have more than enough numbers to handle BBL's pivot towards that B site.
It's a tight round. You can see that look on Bokkar's face. A TP forward into the back of side by Luida could have been the undoing for NRG. And so the op was picked up by Lover's Rock. It's gone again. Dropped away. Back to the rifle. And Brock now has the Odin to play with.
An interesting buy from BBL late into the timer. There was some swaps around with the guns, figuring out what to do, but it's left them with 3 rifles, and it looks like a desire to get into this B site quickly.
Relay bolt here. Odin could be very powerful in this spot, but Brock's going to be flashed off the angle. Rose into heaven. Kiko, though, is there yet again. Great opener. Rose has to be huge here. He needs to find the undoing, but Scuba's watching for it. Great correction. We're looking at an even game if things keep going in this direction.
HP on BBL is horrifically low. No control of the map. Where do they try to finish in this situation? If for all they know, one player could be pushed all the way up into A main, holding that. They're going to try to go up mid, in towards B heaven, re-hit. That's a re-hit into 4 players. Surely there is no way they can wrangle this round back into their control.
Ethan doesn't fancy it. Flashed out himself. Kreven's actually able to get ahead of this now, but surely Ethan's looking for it. Cool, calm, collected, king of composure! The king of the dead! Flawless round for NRG! And Ethan perched on a throne of skulls!
Him and Mata have been outrageous in this second half. That duo has been bringing NRG back. Sick lineup.
The game is even. The heads are in the hands for the BBL coaching staff. As for all their bluff and bluster, NRG have taken this game to a standstill around 23.
Smoke goes down towards Vent from Loida in this 1-3-1 for BBL. As they want to press through that cloud, flash, prowler. LaRock up quickly. They've got this space towards Mail. Still very early in the round. How do they want to work it? They've got control of B main as well.
High-low crossfire. Mata shows first, backs up. Haunt dealt with quickly enough, but they might have had the second weapon here in heaven.
The paranoia goes through. LaRock not going to fight it too aggressively, though. Look at the map right now. NRG have 4 players towards B. BBL have really convinced them that that's where they're going to be headed.
Brock understands the assignment, though, Wyatt. Play post-plant with this Steel Garden.
And now look at this. Loida can teleport across, so they can have all 5 players on this execute. I love what BBL are doing so far. Brock, he has given up the site, retreated with the Odin. Can he get anything done with the spam? No, doesn't look like it.
Nothing to see from that crossover. No way to light up BBL as they get into the site. But again, there is a Steel Garden in play. Here it comes. Tough to get out of this one. Kiko trading out for Loida. Now wants to get onto the site, smokes off that main position, trying to force Lovers Rock off the angle, and he's taken down before the smoke blooms. Now onto the site we go. Risky and dangerous for BBL. They're grouped up together, hoping they can crossfire this, but one by one, they step up out into the line of sight of Brock, and he will have his fill. Match point for NRG.
BBL just trapped in the site after planting. NRG with all of the space. They tear them apart. Loading from Brock just a bit too much.
Again, Brock was patient, spent the whole round in screens. Played off the Still Garden. Huge retake. Plenty of animation here on the faces of NRG. It's been a slog of a game. BBL now in an awkward spot of buying up what they can, and it is not much.
Ultimates not really a factor in this round unless Lovers Rock can find a kill, find an orb. BBL are back into this 1-3-1. Can they take it to OT against the world champions?
Ford gets them into ropes. NRG happy to try and encircle them, maybe once again play themselves into heaven for at least the trade.
You could see the gate crash was just sent back all the way towards the market from Lovers Rock, so at any point could go back down. Rose is here with the spike. I'm sweating just watching his point of view.
He's alone for now.
And LaRock has doubled back, and it looks like Lovers Rock wants to maybe play proactively, maybe make some noise and teleport back to the others.
It's the same high-low setup here. It's dangerous. Relay bolt thrown out, but Lovers Rock finds success solo over on that A side of the map, but is he ready for Brock? He sees him.
Yeah, gets the drift with that kill, gets the info on Brock, and now BBL are on the way towards that A side. Gets the space in elbow, leaves a dimensional drift. The rest of BBL, they get past that wall, it gets tripped. It doesn't matter. This is going to be a 4-on-3 for the game.
Oh, through the smoke, Kreven. Doesn't know what him and Brock's far from done. This is exactly where he shines. Through the corners, the damage is gone. LaRock is riddled with bullets. Lovers Rock tries to stand up, but it's on Loida. 1v2 in the post-blood. Oh! Unbelievable! We're at both for Loida! Takes us to overtime! It's the stuff of dreams! Not even the greatest fantasy authors have the audacity to put that pen to paper! And yet here we are, Loida extends a lifeline to BBL!
Oh my god, man! The speed on that second shot, the reaction time is insane. How the hell does he adjust back for that? You are joking, man. I am just stunned. I don't know what to say.
And
it should be done. NRG should be moving through the upper bracket, and yet we're in OT. All right. Oh my god.
So we have as little time as the players do to gather ourselves as we head into overtime. NRG is starting the attack side. Lovers Rock has that defense side off that gave NRG so many issues in the first half.
Full control of A, and BBL have even pressed up into B main. Extremity control on either side of the map. NRG working fully through mid, now fully through B heaven. Following the Trailblazers, Mata downstairs into the spawn. So now these BBL B-site players have to be concerned about an additional lane that NRG could be pressing them from.
And so they've had to reposition, but they do have that B main control, so they can just flip the map on that side of things. Big shot, Kreven knows also where Mata's going to be coming from. Mata thinks twice about fully committing to it. Relay bolt, fast lane, you name it, distracts him from the reality of Scuba descending. Loida in the back corner of the side, and Mata slides on up. Rose will get the drop on Kiko, though. A backstab pays off, and NRG still need to find a spike plant.
And LaRock is just still in B main with his judge, has to find a moment to close the distance.
Just a bit of the head was enough for Ethan to take Lovers Rock out of the game. It's all on LaRock. With the judge, gets an upgraded weapon, understood. Scuba's going to be able to set up that high-low crossfire. LaRock with it all to do, his hands on with the shorty. And NRG say, well, perhaps second time's the charm.
Mata is just relentless in these rounds. The fact that he is able to get the kill, backside here, yeah, the movement into the slide, the kill on Loida. And because LaRock has the judge in main, can't even really get traded. There's not a great crossfire setup there. NRG had neither extremity to work with, so instead they take spawn control away from BBL. Crazy, crazy approach to the round, and it works out.
It's becoming a signature for NRG on this map, but now they'll flip the defense. Brock and the Odin. Match made in heaven. 3 plays with the paranoia. Look how quickly BBL have to disperse. Marta, though, wants to get in there. Perhaps a slide over extension. Sees, catches Kiko, TP across. And the snake bite hits the spike loose.
He just doesn't know where to go. Felt like he was going to walk into a sight line.
This is recoverable, though. There was a gap in the smoke, but Luida moves forward, gets the spike to hand. They've still got to deal with Brock on these off angles. Spamming through the wall, and now with a Razor Vine to slow BBL down.
BBL have enough time, though. They don't need to overcommit right now. They get those thorns out.
Lovers Rock daring Brock to swing that line. But he knows better. Rock slaps him down. That's the Odin out of the game. Kiko now has to be as dependable as he's been all game, if not more. Tucked just below Rafter. Lovers Rock sees him first. Now Ethan and Scuba have to word this from different angles, pick apart the tapestry the BBL are put together. And we're just going to show. Krepin tries to find a timing with it to trade. So it's up to the captain yet again to save, to salvage, to bail water out of a rapidly sinking ship. And we're doing it again, folks. BBL, stay alive.
They had no util to work with there, just pure crossfires, fundamentals, and they trade out well. This was so awkward in mid for Rose. Great first kill, but then gets traded out by the Molly. BBL then just slowly work their way into that B side, and I think Brock maybe regretting taking that aggro line where he swings through the smoke with the Odin. That's really where the advantage is found in the round for BBL.
So BBL are going to opt to call a timeout here. Out of that round number 26.
Listen, there's no other way to say it. BBL right now are in the highest pressure situation of their careers, from their coaching staff to all of the players. This is a brand new experience for them. They've been undefeated so far this year to get here, but bear in mind, this is the team coming up from Ascension in an OT Map 3 debut against the reigning world champions. Absolutely insane.
We've said this before, NRG, Marta, Scuba, and Brock were here at Champs in their first global. They had to do the same thing. This kind of pressure, this kind of crowd, and they went all the way to be crowned world champions last year. So they know what it feels like to be in BBL's shoes. They've been there themselves. But does that mean they have the answer? Do they have the stuff to quench this flame for BBL that is starting to spark a wildfire?
Curious to see when we get out of this if we're just going to get more Lovers Rock opping glass cannon as well. He did that on the first round, and we have seen this map of Split be the most successful for Lovers Rock individually. And I do feel like it just comes down to the fact that NRG are not playing double initiator here. There's more opportunities for him to pick up these scoped weapons and find success.
This is an NRG timeout called after the BBL one. Both teams using this opportunity to take a breather. And I imagine, Wyatt, a lot of the conversation for BBL is about this fast play up mid into heaven, into spawn from Marta. He's mixed it in 3 times or so this game, and it's almost always been successful. Last time he did it, he was in their spawn. That is something BBL cannot afford to do. Even the push into...
On defense, they had him sliding into that fight in mid. They're getting a little bit more adventurous with him to have an effort of closing out this game, or, back late in regulations, tie things up, bring it to this position. NRG start this on attack after the double timeout call. Lovers Rock does have that operator over on this A site, on his lonesome. That teleport doesn't even get him all the way out. It gets him to elbow, by the way.
Oh, this is play up mid from Marta, okay. Ends up being traded out. Scuba, they're going to play close with the shorty towards rope room. He hears it. Oh, it's ham-fisted. It's haphazard, and ultimately, it falls in a screaming heap. Now to salvage, there's just nothing left to gather up for NRG. Lovers Rock makes sure of that. It's Kiko on his lonesome. A long way from home. Deep in enemy territory.
Lovers Rock in the meantime, just a free little 2-piece over towards A main. Control of the spike from BBL. all in the hands of Kiko. The lone change in the roster for NRG this year. He has been so good. I think especially at this tournament, he's been playing even better than he was during the kickoff run to get here. Has had some phenomenal maps, but what a task he has in front of him. Spotted out, blinded up now by the paranoia as time is just slowly dwindling.
The consideration for NRG is now they've got to win that defense side round themselves. Stay alive in this series. They said, strong at least, said that BBL were the team they least wanted to play. They felt mechanically they were the strongest and they always overperform expectations. This game, I feel, is no exception. Kreven puts Kiko out of his misery and NRG are faced with the grim prospect of fighting for their lives in this next round.
Need to see this again on the replay. Fight in Vent was just so chaotic. Scuba coming through with a shorty but whiffed. Ethan gets caught. Lover's Rock just switching up the angle there. And the dry peek from Brock and a little snapshot to remove him from that OT round. Feels like the coaches for BBL still playing it kind of cool, calm and collected right now.
It's a tense moment.
Keeping their focus. I wonder if BBL just have a set piece coming into this round, though, to try to close out the game.
We had back-to-back timeouts before these last couple of rounds. Time to see the fruits of the labor from the coach's box.
Fast lane coming in towards B. Lorak is in fast as a fight in mid as well.
Okay, everything promised to BBL. And they will snatch it up happily. Marta slides in, but it's a little too late there, I'd suggest. Plant here over the B side of the map. Scuba has to play his way into mid, but he's marked up. Prowler reveals his presence, and Rose just walks away. He's done enough. He knows that Scuba is going to be up against the odds. The deck is stacked against NRG. Such that Brock has to try and work his way into B with an Odin. Good start. Lovers Rock out the game. Player advantage still though for BBL, and Brock needs to find more. How?
There is just no way we're still going. How the hell is that possible?
It feels like BBL, their bandwidth's so taxed, they've got no mind for the fact that Brock is encroaching from behind. Catch him on the corner twice in quick succession.
Just slowly through the smoke, Loida turns at the exact wrong moment. I cannot believe we are still going. 4-on-2 has been thrown away.
I think that moment spoke entirely for itself. Let's run it back once more. Defense side off for Lovers Rock.
Wow, Rose out in mid, just caught and dealt with straight away by Kiko. Oh my god, Mark just on the crossback.
Like Bambi baits the shot. Of course, NRG already aware that Lovers Rock had been working on that A side of the map. He'd made it his own. On the BBL defense side round, Kreven gets the shoulder peek and gets a lot of info. There's a drift en masse across towards the B side by NRG.
Smoke thrown down to B main now from BBL. NRG want to get into this site. Fast lane up, stun, counter from Lorak to keep them at bay, at least temporarily. More than temporarily. NRG, they just do not want to fully commit to that site. Apprehensive, and maybe for the best, because that apprehension has honestly just dragged BBL away from this site. They've left Loida on his own.
Yeah, a little bit out in the open. The timing's not quite there though for NRG. Loida is going to be extended a stay of execution as he gets back towards spawn. Poison Orb in heaven will allow NRG to creep slowly into position. And Loida, I think, now realizes what has happened, that he's given up the site. So patiently he'll wait for BBL to join him now. Maybe a play into heaven. Either way, NRG of 5 players ready for the retake attempt.
BBL gathering up now in heaven. Not a lot of utility to work with. Rock and try to create some space by getting in with this fast lane, but that's about it. On top of everything, NRG, 2 guys going back through mid on this late wrap to close out the round with the spike planted for them. Feels damn near impossible for BBL to try and win this out.
Kiko low, got topped up in a pinch there by Ethan. Here comes Brock, a timing for Kiko, doesn't quite pay out the way it was supposed to, but it's Ethan locking it down from the corner. Enough to Kreven on his own. Will be spotted and dispatched by Brock. NRG get that attack side win that we're looking for. And our match point is theirs.
A really beautifully played post plant from NRG. Just having the plan to get the spike planted for Heaven. Immediate double wrap comes all the way back through. Made it effectively impossible for BBL to win that round, retaking with an AWP with such low util. And now speaking of, Lovers Rock is going to keep the AWP. Glass cannon into this attack side. BBL trying to stay in the game. NRG can close it out here. Send BBL to the lower bracket.
Collected up in mid. Glass cannon up on the attack side. To say that Lovers Rock is attempting a gambit would be an understatement. 27 and 19. Spectacular map for the Oru player. He's not getting anything out of NRG for free. Scuba looks to buy some time, surely, with a snake bite here. There's an encroachment in rope room. There could be some shenanigans there. No, here's the activation. Scuba's going to give up that ground. Kiko getting ready, trying to stall out the B main push here, and it works. Inside the smoke, Scuba needs to find a timing, and it might be now. Yes, he emerges, and Lovers Rock is dealt with. Still has to be a spike play, but BBL have lost all of that Heaven side control.
And in the meantime, Kevin, he's just way too far away. He can't help his teammates at all.
Loida tries to stop the flash as it comes on in. Kiko boots on the ground, and here's the spray from the Odin. Loida left, black and blue, and Kiko gets the fade out of the game. 4 health and a dream for Loida. And it's enough to take down Kiko. Numbers even now. Scuba knows Loida's low. There's a player towards his left. He may not be alive. That's a throw for Loida. Get out!
There is just no
That's
way.
unreal! Of all 9 billion realities, I failed to see which one included that outcome. 4 health, 3 kills, and yet another lifeline extended to BBL.
This is one of the most outrageous games I have ever seen.
They're breaking all the rules. No regard for the way things are done.
I cannot believe it. Any player that is called upon to clutch up in the moment, they're just going to do it. Mata is in so quickly. Loida forced away on account of that, as is Lovers Rock. Cross-map teleport.
No defense side op, though, for Lovers Rock this time. A switch up for BBL. Spike left back towards Ramen. His NRG are just getting exploratory early, looking for a fight, a raw one. An off might have served Lovers Rock better there, but we'll never know.
Mata brought very low, but Ethan maybe an opportunity to heal up Mata back to at least that 100 HP. BBL have gone for a re-clear over towards A main. You just saw the Prowler expire there. Perhaps some false info. As NRG, they do want to end on this A side. Rose.
How is he going to get out of this situation?
I mean, he won't be getting out. He just has to get kills.
1 kill might be enough. It feels like one and done for Rose. And under pressure, he wilts. Smoke towards that Heaven side now, and you can see LaRock tries to play himself into the side. He's going to get there. Awkward now. And the Judge is a well-apportioned weapon for just such a situation. He gets away with that too. Spotted though by Scuba. Spray into elbow. Deals with the Neon. And here's Creven from up on high. Can only find the one for the time being. And NRG whip around on him. Yet another match point set up for the Americas squad.
Another chance for them to just close out this match. Send BBL to the lower bracket. But the rookie team, the Ascension team coming up, under all the pressure in these OT situations, have not given up. Even when the rounds look lost, they're still in it somehow.
Fair enough, Kiko, fair enough. I did the same 2 rounds ago, so I get it. Sometimes you just stand up too quickly. I almost flipped the table at that.
Would have been justified.
The setup here is being put to the test, folks. The energy is absolutely electric. And it looks like NRG are moved by it. And they are lapping it up despite the pressure, despite the seriousness of the situation. It's NRG with their fate in their own hands. A match point here on Split. A map, heralded as a tough one for both teams, right? One where they both had slip-ups in time, but it has resulted in the most compelling back and forth, knockdown, drag out brawl we could have asked for this decider map.
They've given us just a moment to catch our breath before we get back into the game. Looks like Lover's Rock doesn't want to continue with the operator. Didn't find success with it on that last attacking round. Just going to keep it simple. Stick to the rifle. Still top kills in this game. Living up to the hype. Can BBL stay in the game, or will NRG close this out?
It's time to find out what's on the other side of the horizon, folks. Straight up mid, BBL determined to use strength in numbers, but Marta's tucked in Mail, and he'll follow them. What a timing! Kreven dealt with, but now Marta's been revealed. Back into mid he goes, behind that relay bolt.
Just overwhelmed by the numbers, has to get away, but Kiko on high!
And that might be enough! Luida steps around the corner. Again, salvages the situation, but it might take a little more than that. Marta re-emerges here over towards B main this time, and NRG know they've got a bit of time. Ethan tentatively, dutifully, looking for a free opportunity. BBL are going to group up and make the play through small, but guess who's waiting for it? They've stepped into a Proctagon! And that's Luida. A double face here surely means that this is the end of the road. Surely LaRock can't get it done either. And so, the brash and boastful BBL join a long line of supplicants, forced to kiss the ring.
NRG are in that form to be the first team to go back-to-back winning champions and defend